Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin from Florals.com and today I am sharing a multi-photo layout with you guys, sort of using my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit for November. Now this is the first layout I've made, I guess not the first layout, this is the second layout I've made with my kit, and if you guys have not seen my kit share video, it's a bit different than a normal kit. I'm essentially doing a free-for-all with the focus on using new items and using multi-photo layouts. So today I have this really old K & Company Brenda Walton kit. I've maybe done a couple projects with it, but there's tons of papers, embellishments, pop-outs, rub-ons, all sorts of stickers, and tons of stuff. I actually think it's 3 different versions of like the same kit. And I decided to pull that paper out today, and I also pulled out some of the embellishments in my new kit that I wanted to use. So as I go through this box, which is just storing this wonderful kit, which we'll revisit in a little bit, I pulled out papers to match these photos of my cat. Now she is on top of a quilt that I love, so I figured we could do something quilty vibed. So I pulled out a plaid, I pulled out these florals and these pastels that sort of match it so that it would give it almost a grandmother vibe, because that's sort of what the quilt gives off when you look at it. It's green, yellow, and purple. For my title, I end up pulling out these fancy pants stickers. There's a title in here that says Best Girl, and I thought that would work perfect because she is a very good girl, and she was so cute when she used to cuddle on this bed. So here I'm going to put some adhesive on these photos and then lay them on top of this light green polka dot print. And these are also very thin papers. I don't think that really comes across well on camera, but they're very thin papers because that's what everybody used to work with back in the day. It wasn't about cardstocks, or, well, I guess it was about cardstock, which they also included in this kit, which I'm also using on this page as my background. I also matted on this pastel yellow with polka dots of purple, green, and pink and blue. Again, just to give it another pop of color, which as you can see, I picked out quite a busy background with that floral, and these are more of the realistic florals, not those, I don't know what you'd call them. They're not like painted florals, they're like realistic florals. So it's a little bit different for me to work with this kind of design and this kind of, accent, working with all these different brands of items. So I looked through more of my things, and if you guys have not seen, my kit actually sits behind me now. And since this is an embellishment kit, I do have to reference it a lot more often than if it were like a normal kit with, bits and pieces of all varieties. So I'm turning around a lot to go look at that. And yeah, I could bring it over, but it's situated nicely, so I'm going to kind of leave it where it is. I end up pulling out one of these mason jar shakers, which are from Recollections, and I've had for years and have not used. And I'm proud to say that they have all been used up, and one of them is on this layout. The rest are actually on some cards that I have a video of coming up soon. I'm thinking about doing a lot of card videos this month only because I had a lot of card making stamps in my kit this month, so I think that'd be good to include some card making as well. And don't forget to stay tuned for more of the Falling Back to Basics series. Like I said, that is continuing into November, and this is the last month for it, so you guys will see some tutorials coming up for different things in that series, so keep tuned for that. Here I pull out some of these, they have border stickers in these sticker sheets, and I also pull out some washi tape. This is a new washi tape for me, so I'm going to count that as a win for my kit, and it's just me and my Big Ideas washi tape with a light polka dot, and then I pair it with a squiggle sticker strip from the collection. I also pull out these photo corners, which I know they really date the page, I think, because they're very ornate and they're blue and they have that nice pop, but I added those in all 4 corners because why not? Photo corners are cute, especially with this kind of design, and you'll see me trying to layer all these stickers together, as many as I can, but there are like 8 alphabets in this set, so I felt kind of guilty doing a title that wasn't using one of these alphabets, so what I ended up doing is doing a subtitle, which you'll see in a little bit of that, so that way I can use some of these alphabets that match the collections perfectly. But first I found this little butterfly sticker and decided to pop it up on some foam. Since the shaker is on foam and adds dimension, we might as well add some other pieces of dimension as well. And here I'm just gluing down an arrow that matches that title from Fancy Pants Millie and June collection. And again, I don't own things from these other collections, so it's a real hodgepodge for this month's kit, which I always think is fun and really tests my creativity and really helps me think outside the box and do all sorts of stories. So there I glued a floral die cut, which again, there's some like pre-die cut sheets in here that you can pop stuff out of. So I used one of those to layer beneath my title. Again, these are very realistic florals, not so much the, you know, the watercolor florals or the graphic florals. They're very, very, very realistic, which again, is something I don't normally work with. But here's where I do my secondary title, and I just call it Quilt Queen. I thought that would be cute because she's sitting on the quilt, she is a queen, and she's precious. So I do that in 2 different colors. I do Quilt in pink and Queen in blue. Just again to add more contrast, and since the shaker is green, I didn't want to use a green font, and I really think that mixing and matching colors, let alone fonts, is also a great way to add interest to a layout. And then I found another border strip that I put above her photo on the right hand side, and for any of you who don't know, her name is Tiger Lily, but we call her Lily. Just in case you guys haven't met the cats yet. I do have some vlogs that they're featured in, so you guys can check those out. Way back on my channel, I have playlists of all of those. So here I also have these brads that are part of my kit, and these are from the Alice in Wonderland collection from Echo Park. Really, really cute collection, but this is the only thing I own from it, so I might as well use them while I can. So there are these beautiful, they're not pastel green, they're like an opal mixed with a green. They're very pearlescent. So I put both of the green ones on here, and I just thought it'd be great to use a brad for once. I mean, it's been a while since I've used them, and I don't have anything against them. It's just not something I gravitate towards using on every page, but I do like them on some pages. And I think it was She's Crafty who talked about this, and there are a lot of issues with all brads being silver rings instead of gold rings, and these were no exception. These were silver, so I thought that was interesting to see that in real life, and how that's sometimes hard to use, but I don't mind mixing silver and gold a lot of times. I think that just ends up working well in my favor no matter what. And then another thing in my kit this month are these brand new Jelly Bean Soup wood veneer. There's cameras, flowers, feathers, hearts, and then like sprigs and arrows. So I end up using a couple of these to dress up this layout. I think it has a nice natural feel to a relatively dainty layout, so it gives a little bit more texture and dimension that I really enjoy. And then also in my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit are these Webster's Pages enamel dots. I have a lot of Webster's Pages in this kit, so I'm glad I got to use a couple of these enamel dots, which I think these are from the Love Story collection. Maybe it's not that one, but they are such big sizes. I end up using like the light green, which again matches that little shaker jar, and the bubblegum pink, which also helps match the stickers around here. So I go through my Webster's Pages stickers, my LA Studio labels, and I think I'm content with this layout. Nothing too fancy. The photos shine really well on the background paper. The background paper is very busy, so I don't want to add too much. We included a random shaker embellishment, like why not? And that's the completed layout. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe so you guys don't miss any more process videos or anything else I post, especially for the Falling Back to Basics series. But thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys again very soon. Bye!